Hello my dear students. So today's topic will be talking about extradural and subdural hematoma, the comparison between them. So majorly we'll be focusing on them. This is a quick review lecture. So just for exam points, what you need to know will be covered. So to start with, we'll consider this picture. So in this image, one side a picture of lemon is given, another side a picture of banana is given. So if you see the extradural hemorrhage, that is below the dura mater, the extradural hemorrhage outside the dura mater, it is lemon shaped or it can be lens shaped. Lemon shape or lens shaped. So initially it will be a small lens shape. As it keeps on progressing, the bleed is getting more and more. You will get a lemon shaped bleed. Okay, whereas the subdural hematoma is crescent shaped or banana shaped. So crescent or banana shaped, that is the first point I want you to remember. So we'll be seeing further about them, but before that we'll see this picture. So these are various types of bleeds that can happen in the brain. So one is epidural, that we see here is lemon shaped bleed. Here is subdural, that is banana shaped bleed. This is banana shaped bleed. So this is a simple picture of contusion, and this is a picture of a diffuse axonal injury. So you can see there are a lot of spacing between them. Diffuse axonal injury. The similar spacing can also be in contusion, but contusion involves a large area compared to the diffuse axonal injury. Then comes the subarachnoid bleed. So we won't focus much on them, but we'll just see what are all the MCQ points we can get from them. So here is a picture, comparison picture. First we will see the subdural hematoma. As I said, subdural hematoma is crescent shaped. That is the point number one I want you to know. So you can remember subdural has a B, subdural. So B, you can remember banana, B for banana. So B for banana, that is crescent shaped. Okay, B for another B is for bridging veins. If there is a tear in bridging veins, you could get subdural hematoma. So this subdural hematoma usually happens in alcoholic or elderly people. So why? Because they fall and then that results in head injury. Fall causing head injury would be the cause most of the time. So alcoholics and elderly people are more prone for fall. So you can, in MCQ, you can get a patient with Parkinson disease because they have recurrent falls. So that could be there, or you could get an alcoholic patient who had a fall. Okay, the next is the epidural hematoma. So if you take the epidural hematoma, it is lens shaped or biconvex shaped. As it progresses, it could become lemon shaped. Okay, so tears of the middle meningeal artery is the reason for epidural hematoma. So trauma will be the cause. So first, these two, I want you to remember these two. So I'd like to make a small pictorial presentation. This is for subdural versus epidural. So first point is subdural means below the dura mater. Okay, these patients, so I would like to make a small drawing. There is a bridge. An elderly person is walking on the bridge. He is holding a stick. Elderly person. So there is a banana here, and he slips with the banana and he falls. So I want you to remember the banana. I want you to remember the elderly person or alcoholic. I want you to remember the bridging vein, banana, that is crescent shaped, banana, bridging vein, elderly or alcoholic. I want you to remember subdural hemorrhage. So what happens here? He slips and falls. So fall leading to head injury. So this small image can help you memorize the subdural hemorrhage. So contrast, epidural means, I want you to remember a MMA fighter. This person is more prone to trauma. So when there is a trauma, this patient is going to get a break. So he gets injured, so he's going to get a break during the fight. So on that time, so in order for him to get a clarity in the fight and not to be dehydrated, he is given a lemon juice. So just remember this point, he is given a lemon juice. So I want you to remember MMA fighter who gets trauma and drinks lemon juice just to get recovery and then fight again for the next. So MMA, middle meningeal artery, is involved in epidural. hematoma, okay, tearing of middle meningeal artery. So trauma is the cause. So lemon is the lemon shaped or lens shaped? Lemon shaped or lens shaped, okay. So initially it will be lens shaped. As it progresses, it could be lemon shaped. Okay, are we clear in this? Okay. So the next is subarachnoid versus intracerebral bleed. We are not going to see much about them. So all you need to know is subarachnoid can happen because of the rupture of Berry aneurysms. So the blood is stored in the circle of Willis or cisterns or fissures anywhere in these areas. Okay, one of the risk factors is polycystic kidney disease. Next is intracerebral hemorrhage. Intracerebral hemorrhage means I want you to remember hypertension. Hypertension. So blood will be stored in the parenchyma and the ventricles. Ventricles are the parenchyma. Hypertension is the cause. Okay, this involves the territory of penetrator arteries. So all you need to know, intracerebral hemorrhage, I want you to know hypertension. One word is hypertension. Subarachnoid hemorrhage, one word is Berry aneurysm. Berry aneurysm. Okay, this is the comparison. So let's see again the important points in what we spoke. The main concern of this video is epidural versus subdural. So epidural. So if this is the brain, just like that, if this is the brain, so the innermost layer is dura mater. So outside the dura, if there is a bleed, that is called as epidural, whereas subdural means below the dura mater, if there is a bleed, that is going to be the subdural. So this is subdural, this is epidural. So location of epidural is between the skull and the dura. So outside is the skull. So skull and the dura mater. So subdural means between the dura and the arachnoid mater. Okay. So the involved vessel is middle meningeal artery, most commonly middle meningeal artery. There could be other arteries, but there is not much of MCQ significance. Subdural means bridging veins. So these patients, epidural, they have something called lucid interval, that is followed by unconsciousness, which means patient would be unconscious, suddenly they gain consciousness, again they will go for unconsciousness. So this period is called as lucid interval. So that is lucid interval. So again in subdural, headache. Subdural, headache plus confusion. Headache plus confusion, subdural. Epidural, I want you to remember trauma. Subdural, I want you to remember fall. Epidural is trauma, subdural is fall. CT appearance in epidural, biconvex lens shaped, limited to suture lines. Subdural, crescent shape that crosses the suture lines. But for us MCQ, you need to remember biconvex lens shaped is epidural, subdural is crescent shaped. I hope we are clear with this topic. Thank you.